retailers are predominantly with stores and who are also selling online. We got marketplaces. We have representation here from Flipkart and Amazon, and we have retailers from Max. I think we were expecting Burger King and one more as well to join SSIPL. I'm not sure if they're going to, but that's from the retailer side. No representation from CPGs, but they are well represented on the e-tailers. So thanks to Unik, thanks to Preeta here with the label call, and any other retailer I'm missing. Yeah, so anyway, we have a good representation here. So I think the CSOL was also expected, but not sure if they're here or maybe they're delayed. So without much ado, let me go quick. That's me. Just a quick background. Winclum, before Winclum, I worked with HCL for a decent period of time. So I helped build up HCL's operation, HCL Tech's operations in different parts of Asia, and helped start up the retail and supply chain vertical of HCL when it didn't exist, along with two of the co-founders who helped start Winclum, Piyush and Deepak. So many of them, Sunil knows us for a long time. Some of you know, but good or bad reasons, we have spent a lot of time outside India, so not everybody knows us. So I've lived practically the last 20 years outside India, different parts of Asia, Hong Kong, Australia, New Zealand, etc. So live in Singapore, but I keep coming, and more I'm here. I'm coming closer to India. So a lot of customers in India though, and hopefully that will keep happening. So as a company, we're focused on enabling multi-channel retailing. The suite of products you see below are all e-commerce specific. Order management, which essentially focuses on multi-channel order management, I'll talk about. WMS, which is very specific to 3PL e-commerce WMS. We have a solution for managing all the cataloging issues that marketplaces and retailers face. So we work with someone like AskMe quite strategically closely to keep their catalog clean. So we have a data management platform for that. Seller panel, again, used by AskMe and used by a few vertical marketplaces. SIM, primarily, every retailer will tell you the pain of not having real-time view of the inventory. So we have a solution which integrates with the SIM products in the market, which essentially orchestrates near real-time view, which is critical to omni-channel retailing in the first place, and also to unlocking many of the revenue opportunities. Without that, it's pretty difficult to do. So, but it's a pain point which we see globally, not necessarily with retailers in India. Anywhere you look, people have problem with real-time view of the inventory. Axel is our first partner, investor. So Axel works, and you don't need an introduction. So Flipkart also is backed by Axel. And we are also backed by IVCAP. IVCAP is an ex-alumni of IIT and IIM grads who got together to run a very interesting fund. They're very active in the tech and e-commerce space. So I'll straight jump into this to set the context for the discussion. So the three areas where we work is in the middle. Essentially, multi-channel order management, e-commerce fulfillment, real-time view of inventory. We think all of these have some very common elements. If we take sellers on marketplaces, essentially sellers on marketplaces want easy ways to sell on multiple channels. Many of them are not tech strong, so you want a seamless way to be able to sell on a Flipkart, sell on a AskMe, sell on Amazon, without too much difficulty. That's the key point. So, and you want to manage orders from multiple channels, maybe their own website and these channels, from a common inventory base. So we have an inventory express product for that, which is zero implementation product, which connects to global marketplaces. There are about 8 to 10 marketplaces we work with. That's an increasing number. So we're trying to work with a large set of marketplaces. There we have a list of 30 plus, which we are trying to integrate to over the next 6 months. E-tailers, as we go into the next base there, e-tailers need more sophistication than a seller, primarily because they're trying to reach a much wider base of customers. You do need good solutions for order management, but you also need to manage your supply chain far more effectively in terms of being able to reach customers across a wider geography and also to manage returns, right? So when you look at e-tailers, you need a more sophisticated order management solution. However, the key thing here, as long as it doesn't cannibalize, there is a very interesting opportunity to sell on marketplaces. Many of them are doing it. There is also a very interesting opportunity to sell on retail, many retailers. So partner retailers could be the model to go for many online brands. Globally, it's something which is quite effectively used by many retailers. So that's an opportunity to look at. And working with 3PLs means there are many 3PLs who do e-commerce deliveries very effectively. Through them, you can actually reach nook and corner of the country to be able to cost effectively deliver your goods. So that's a genuine opportunity too. And if you go further, there are companies like Jaipur who have done this beautifully, where 90% of their customer base is outside India. They work with cross-border platforms for being able to reach customers outside India. So there is talking things which are very familiar for people. Pardon me if it is too simplistic, but the platforms like Aramex, for example, you have a local address to deliver the goods to. Aramex is a shipping platform through which you can ship to 65 plus countries in terms of being able to reach customers in many parts of the globe. So Jaipur, of course, targets NRIs because it's ethnic wear. It's easy for them to work with platforms like that to reach customers outside India. So that's an opportunity for many companies. One of our customers, Proyog, is trying to work with marketplaces in something like 6 or 7 countries. So they have a business plan to go into multiple countries, sell through marketplaces. So it's an opportunity for many retailers, in my view. So that's something to look at. We increasingly see CPG companies also selling on marketplaces. CPGs are opening up seller portals to be able to go through and reach more customers than they traditionally reach. So that's a trend which we see like that. CPG, sorry, is consumer packaged goods, Colgate, Palmolive, or Hindustan Lever, or any of them, right? So increasingly we're seeing that, means they're saying if retailers can capture the consumer habits, why can't we say that Venkat buys 2 razors every month and breaks 4 toothbrushes every month? So why don't we send it straight to him every month, right? So save the trouble for him. So things like that is easy to do, and what is very obvious is to sell through a marketplace, but they're also opening up portals to reach customers direct. So there is interesting opportunity there as well. And if we go to retailers, of course, retailers are the good old boys, and Sunil will tell us that, look, we want everything, but we won't spend. So the challenge with retailers is you have older systems, and you have customers who are possibly going off to all other parts of the ecosystem. So when we look at retailers, there is does it mean that, I know we're talking omni-channel, definitions vary. So I see it as 2 loops. There is a closed loop where you're orchestrating a consistent experience for customers between your online presence and your offline presence, and trying to make it more easy, more convenient for customers. That's the classic omni-channel, the way I understand it. Which means I want to look up inventory before I shop. I want to go to a store, and the sales associate should be able to close the sale if the item is not there, through another store where the item is there, ship it to my house, or reserve it for me so that I go pick it up, right? So things like that I would expect as a customer, right? But these are all things which don't necessarily give you more money directly. Hopefully results in brand loyalty down the road, but does it give you more revenue? Well, there will be some winners, but there will be a lot of people who will be down the wayside. That's my take on it. But there is the open loop where there is a genuine opportunity for retailers. You can onboard retailers, get them to sell their products on you. There are interesting niche brands who can sell on your shops or on your website. You could work with marketplaces. You could sell on a Flipkart and make sure there is a shop-in-shop concept on the marketplace. You could piggyback using 3PLs to do e-commerce deliveries much more effectively than go and change all your systems, because you are historically the products you use, the bigger products, SAP, Oracle, or any of them, or your own applications, custom built, are all B2B-ish, no matter what the companies may say. So there is a lot of customizations to be done to make it work for online. So there is a genuine opportunity to see how you can work there. You can, other than that, you can also fulfill marketplace orders through the inventory in the store. So that's again very interesting. So I know I'm getting accused saying that I'm overshot because I enjoy talking about this, so I just go off. But fulfilling marketplace orders through inventory in store is a concept which it has definitely found its feet outside India. I think there is a genuine opportunity. If you have real-time view of the inventory in the store, if you go to eBay, for example, you will see that eBay gives you options saying that do you want to wait for 4 days to get your cycle which you have just bought, or there are 4 stores which are supplying the cycle. Do you want to pick it up immediately? So that's something which you can do with partner retailers. The whole concept of ship from store could be an interesting opportunity based on the brands you sell. If they have online website and they have the view of inventory in your store, you will actually become their fulfillment partner. So I think there are many interesting opportunities there, but the core of it is still integration to marketplaces, two-way, real-time view of inventory for retailers, and so the closed loop and the open loop. The closed loop also could get more brand loyalty, but I think the open loop gives you a lot more opportunity. And the whole 3PL and marketplace I see as channels and people who can help. They don't need to be competitors to anyone in the ecosystem. So 3PLs essentially who are e-commerce focused can help you deliver much more wider, more cost effectively, and marketplaces can help you sell more. So that's the long and short of it. So what we do is at the hub of the three things, right? So we have solutions which with ready integrations to marketplaces, 3PLs and web stores. That's essentially what we do. So we have a full suite of products, primarily an order management solution with an express product targeted at sellers. But the whole thing is, if you look at it, WMS, which is extended for 3PLs for e-commerce fulfillment. We have a PIM piece helping cataloging issues with a deduplication engine, cleansing engine. So someone, I don't know if the numbers are right, but 16 million records, Ask Me is being cleaned through this solution. So it should be able to handle retailers and e-tailers as well. So we do work with Watsons as well in the region, some retailers in Southeast Asia then. And there's a seller panel and analytics there, and operational analytics too, just to say what products are selling, which categories are selling, how do you manage your thing better. So that's it. I don't want to spend any more time on introduction of the company. We'll go jump in straight. I've taken some of your time, right? So